So what I've done is to for that collet on number 4 exhaust, I've taken one out the cylinder head, which will allow me to put the covers back on and the exhaust manifold, etc. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm putting a bit of blue Hylamar on the gasket for the timing cover, which will allow me to put the cover on, because I'm happy with that now. And yeah, damn that bloody car! I wonder where it went to. Well, like I say, there was nothing in the sump. There was nothing to be seen. I don't know where it was. Strange, eh? Anyway, yeah, those collets are only for the 1.6 and the 2 litre engine. I thought it would be the same as a 6-cylinder engine, but they're different. Smart looking it. Right, let's put this gasket on. A little bit of Hylamar on there will help. Any leaks? Well, they'll stop leaks, not make them. There we go. Now, let's cover. There we go. I've already put a new oil seal in the bottom. On a couple of dowels. We'll clean all this up in a minute. Now, the question is, where's all the bolts are at? Yeah, it's sticky stuff, is that how the there. Yeah. We could put the water pump on. Yeah, we could put the water pump on. The gasket here seems to overlap here. I don't know why that is. The bolts went through the balls. I don't know. We might have to trim it down. Right, where's the gasket for the water pump? No water pump gasket. Not the end of the world. I think we can. We'll have to make one. Just another job that you don't want to do, you know what I mean? Yeah. That seems to need to be trimmed off down there. Oh well. We'll have to make a gasket. That's going to be interesting. It's a hole, really. That's a bit better. This piece is just cut off here. This piece here that doesn't go anywhere. So that goes onto there like that, look. Might just trim this piece of gasket down here a little bit. But you don't want one gasket over the top of the other. This blue gasket paper here is for water pumps and things like that. And because it's onto water pumps and things like that, we're going to put some thread guard on the bolts, because if you know from old days that water pumps and things like that tend to leak out a little bit. What have I done with the bloody thing? Let's see. Right. Right way around. Is that the right one? And again, the old trick is to get all the bolts lined up first before you start tightening them up. I was just upstairs having a glass of wine and chatting to Deborah, and I was saying what a mess about this cover was. And I said I was really pleased I wasn't working on the car, because I would have been in a mental institution by now. Right, let's whiz them down. Now this is only just a whiz. Just to pull them down. I think that one's too short. I think that one's that one. Yep. Something not quite right with this bolt here. I think it's a piece of gasket stuck in the hole. Let's get a drill. There's a spanner and tighten them down. Good. There. That's better. Next, what can we put on now? We can put the fan on, I suppose. I always like to put thread guard on bolts, especially at the front, where they get all the water and muck thrown at them. You don't have to do, but I think think what I might just do today is go around this and build it up, because obviously I haven't got that collet, and then maybe put it back in the frame. I'm not sure. I don't have much on this week, but I think this car's going to be, I was hoping to get this engine in this week, but seeing I'm stuck for that part. Notice I'm not using a torque wrench, just common sense. We'll put some grease on the pulley. Put some grease where the seal runs. We might as well, while we're at it, put as many bits and pieces on the side of this engine as we can, while it's here at, you know, this nice height to work on. There we go. Wow, smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. Look at that. Alrighty. So I think we might just move the camera around a bit and have a look at the side here. So now I've got the engine mount on. That's nothing to know about. It had lock washers on before, like tab washers, but I didn't bother buying them. I just put spring washers on. Usually good enough. So we throw that gasket on the floor. We put a bit of Hylamar on this little gasket here. The gaskets are old, they're stiff. You know, they must be old stock. God damn it. I don't want to stay on. I don't want to stay in my hands today. Right, so how does that go on? It doesn't go on like that. It goes on like that. No, it doesn't. It goes on the other way like that. No. Yeah. And then that goes on here, like that. Now I'm quite surprised there isn't a spacer at the back of there. Well, it's not often I'm wrong, but this time I'm right. Yeah, I found two nice little thin washers, the same thickness as the gasket. And now we're going to bolt this piece on. Seem to be lacking a couple of spring washers. Just too small. This handy old one here. Leave that. That's a bit of tight. Yeah, these gaskets are old, they're hard. Sometimes it's a waste of time putting them on. I think there's a little eye thing here, look. Right, the next thing we can put on is the dynamo. Where is it? So the brackets go downwards. We had them upside down. Go like that. And actually they're the same bracket. Just got the bolt on a different way. Again, this is one of the sort of little problems you have when you take things apart and sandblast and clean them. The other one I'll put it in. There. Right. Now, we need a bolt for there. This bolt here must have gone on to here. Right, what comes through there? That took a bit of fiddling about. Now, talking about fiddling, the belt. Now, what did I do with the belt? I did get a belt from Prince's Auto. I'm going to wash my hands because I might have to take it back. So the next thing we're going to put on is the coolant hose. Bolts. Right, back again after an extended break. I took the collet, I think I mentioned it, I'm not sure. I took the collet out the cylinder head and put it in this one that was missing. And I've set all the tappets to 12,000th of an inch. That means now we can get on and build this back up and put the cover on. This thing here, look, you can see how long it's been here, it's all bloody dusty now. But anyway, we can put that on, and also we can put the exhaust manifold on. So well, it's one mistake after another today now, it's been a long day. I started to put the cover on and the gasket for this rocker, you know, the rocker cover. And I've set all the valves, I put some oil in it and stuff like that. But first of all, you've got to put the exhaust manifold on. Why? I don't know. Yeah. I'll tell you why. Because there's two bolts here that you can't get to when the cover's on. So you put that on like that, otherwise you can't get to these two bolts here. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some gaskets, the bolts. Only the bolt, where are you? I don't know. Right, so how are we going to do this? Go like that. Bolt on the right way around. It's funny with the Whitworth bolt nuts and bolts, especially the nuts. The nuts have, at the top of the nut it's rounded, at the bottom it's completely flat, and if you put them on upside down they look a bit stupid. Well, I'm telling you that, probably you already know. But trying to find BSF nuts in Canada, nuts and bolts. Sorry, you ain't gonna find them. Well, you might do something. I might do. Right, where's all the spanners gone? There isn't much room to tack them up, I must admit. They're really, really tight. You know, no space. I'll get a ½ inch on that one. Nope. That's not good. Right, so now you can put the valve cover on. You can see now that getting to the bolts would be kind of difficult. I put new washers on the back of these here, so they're alright. But you can see here, this one here, there was no way you'd get the nut on without taking the valve cover off. Right. These are so designed so you only need a screwdriver to fasten them down with. Otherwise you'll stretch it and bend it. That's starting to look like a Land Rover now, isn't it? Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do next. While we've still got, it's nearly 5 o'clock. We're going to take the adapter plate off and the flywheel again and put it back onto the engine stand. The reason for that is then we can fasten up the sump. You know, we can make sure that's alright. Now, this might be a bit of messing about.